All right, we live. And it's Nate Sports on Sports, man. We back again. Here, man. We with my man Senio here. San Francisco 49ers fan. They played the Vikings today. They lost
Mm.
today to the Vikings 23-17. I want to get his live reaction to that game right there. Let me know how you feel about that, Senio.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Oh yeah, no
Um,
doubt.
so this is what I have to say. Like for the better part of the last 5 or 6 years, the 49ers have been pretty much one of the premier teams in the NFL. Shanahan has came in and he's kind of resurrected the he's resurrected the franchise. But with all that said, there's still a lot of unanswered questions, should I say, in today's game just show that a lot of those questions still unanswered. Like, if you look at the fact that he's supposed to be this offensive genius, and I give it to him, like, he does put our players in position to be successful, but the one problem that's been imminent in the last few years has been the quarterback position. And I could get a lot of grief for this. Well, I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't think Brock Purdy is the answer either. So
Mm,
we've seen him for about 2.5 years now. The first season, as you know, Nate, he came in. I think it was like week eight or nine or something in the 2022 season when they played the Miami Dolphins. Came in, did an admirable job filling in for Garoppolo when he broke his foot. And then, we end up losing an NFC championship game to your Eagles, and he got put out. He got put out the game, and, there was a lot of grief being said. Um, basically, we had a quarterback. We probably could have won and went on to the Super Bowl. Now, I wasn't in agreement with that. I'll be the first to tell you that. I told a lot of fans, like I told you, and I told a couple of my other homeboys, like, yeah, we probably would have went on to the Super Bowl. But with that said, it usually takes defenses or coaches sometimes 2 years, 2 to 3 years of good film or something, depending on how good you are, the system that you're in, the coaching that you have. It varies. It can take maybe 4 to 5 games, or sometimes it can take 2 to 3 years of good game footage. So now 2.5, 3 years. So now Purdy's about at that mark where it's about 2.5 years. And it's starting to show, man. Like, I think his first year, don't quote me on this, but it was around, and he only had about 5 or 6 interceptions. Last year, the interceptions were up to about 12 or 13, I think, maybe 11 on the low end. Now, this game, he had 319 passing, and people will look at the numbers and say, oh, he had a touchdown and an interception. But if you were actually watching the game, the 49ers, we have IU, who's our deep threat, then Debo is a do it all wide receiver. Kittle, I think, is arguably the best tight end in the game because of the way he blocks, his run out the catch, his physicality, all of that. You got McCaffrey, who's now our you got a young boy Jordan Mason, and you got a decent offensive line, which everybody said we don't. And then you got for years we've had a great defense. But the problem is still quarterback, like I said, because if you watch Purdy, he does exactly what Shanahan tells him to do. If we're running a wheel route and the ball is supposed to go to, we'll say Jordan Mason now because McCaffrey's not in there. He's throwing the ball on that wheel route, whether it's open or not. He doesn't really scan the field. And, like, again, I get some grief for this because some people say, oh, he actually goes to reads. He doesn't. It was evident today. Like Brian Flores, the Minnesota Vikings head coach. I think he's the head coach. Yeah, he's the head coach right now. Yeah, he's the head coach.
yeah.
He put together a marvelous game plan. If you know football, he's been one of the coaches who blitzes the most. He blitzes about what 50 to 60% of the time. He's always bringing one extra. The game plan today was pretty much let's see if he can beat us. Let's see if Purdy can beat us. You know, and to be quite frank, he did. He had 319 passing, but the 49ers went for it on fourth down twice today. They didn't get it. One of them was for the 1 yard line when, again, Shanahan trusted Purdy to make the right read and the ball got deflected. Like, too many times he's getting batted balls. He's trying to fit in the balls into places where, no did it. Like, but
Yeah.
trying to fit in, some his placement on his passes is just hard when you got other people open. I take it back to the Super Bowl. Remember in the Super Bowl, he had a chance to win the game, and he threw it to Jawan Jennings. Remember when Brandon Ayuk was wide open because the play was supposed to go to Jennings. He can't read. He can't read defenses, man. And the more the season goes on, people are gonna figure that out. That's why it is imperative that he leans on his running game. We know Shanahan, he blew the Super Bowl when he was the Falcons offensive coordinator, not running the ball. What was they up, 35-3 or 28-3? What was something crazy like that, right?
Something like
He
that.
stopped running the football. Yep, stopped running the football. His first Super Bowl against the Chiefs, all he had to do was run the football with Raheem Mostert. Raheem Mostert was an animal that year. He stopped running the ball. He put it in God, I don't know why he did that. God knows why, but Jimmy Garoppolo. And look what happened. You lost. Last year in the Super Bowl, you elected to not continue to run the ball. Why? He came out second half trying to throw it all over the place with Purdy. Today, the same thing, man. Mason had 20 carries for 100 yards. That sounds like about that's what, 5 yards a pop? 5 yards a pop, right?
Yeah.
20 times 5 is 100.
He had 20 rushes for 100 yards.
20 rushes for 100 yards, man. Like,
yeah.
Come on, man. He had like 80-something, I think 72 in the first half. Dude, run the football, man. It's simple. Run the ball, play action pass, throw it to your big physical tight end, throw it to then you can use Debo and some of those little gadget situations, and make sure you take some shots deep to Ayuk. He didn't do that today. I think Ayuk had what he had, 24 yards receiving, or 30-some yards, it's something like that. Come on, man, you just.
Yeah, I don't know how many he had.
I think it was that. I think it was about. I'm gonna look at it again, but I believe he had about. He didn't have much. I can tell you that.
He ain't had that much because they
he had 43 yards. Yeah, 43. That can't happen.
He had much.
I mean, you just paid that man $120 million, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Like, I mean, you got to throw him the ball, man. So,
and then,
I just think. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the injuries. Y'all got a lot of injuries piling up. First off is Chris McCaffrey. He been gone since last week. He been out with a calf and Achilles injury, and then today y'all got Nick Bosa got hurt with a left ankle injury, and then George Kittle got hurt as well with Did he get hurt? Yeah. He got hurt as well. I don't know the injury that he got hurt, but he had 76 yards and a TD. But I don't know the injury coming in. Do you know the injury with George Kittle? Because he walked to the back, and you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't nobody know what happened.
Yeah. So Kittle just had cramps, so they just put IVs in him. Bosa should be okay. Bosa should be okay. We'll find out. They'll probably give him some light work and practice during the week, but it's an ankle, so he'll probably be day to day.
Yeah.
But if I'm betting on Bosa gonna be out there, and Bosa gonna be Bosa. So I mean, a lot of people may say too, Nate, that our defense didn't show up because we gave up a 97-yard bomb to Jefferson, but I was looking at that play. Second year safety Jair Brown got to get it together. This gets at Penn State. You have to be where you're supposed to be. Our defense is based on that old cover 3. I think it was like that cover 3 zone that Seattle used to run. So with said Ward wasn't on him man to man. Ward sat in his zone. The two safeties, George Odom and Jair Brown, was supposed to be there. George Odom is not the fastest guy in the world.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be underneath. Jair Brown was supposed to be over the top. Instead, Jair Brown went to go take away I guess that intermediate crosser because he wanted to try to jump it. But he got caught in no man's land, and everybody knows Jetta ain't no joke, man. He get behind the defense, you can cancel. So other than that, they did an excellent job on him. People can say what they want to say, but he had 133 yards. 97 of that came on that one catch. So Travarius Ward, Yamamoto, I think they did an admirable job. I think the defense played well anyway. And I should have led with Fred Warner because he had two big plays. He had the interception and he had another forced fumble where he got this thing where he punched the football out. He literally punches it out. He did it to Brees Hall last week and he did it to Aaron Jones this week. Because if he don't punch that football out in that second half, that game would have been 27-7. So
Yeah,
like I think Fred,
that was
yeah,
crazy, yo. That nigga, hey, Warner had 9 tackles for he had 9 tackles, he had an interception, and he had that fumble right there, like what you were saying.
yeah,
He was basically helping them and bringing them back and trying to get that win, man. You know what I'm saying? He was,
yeah.
he was all over the place.
He was single handedly trying to keep us in the game. But I will say this: a lot of people may talk about injuries, but this is a professional league. It's the National Football League. Like it got to be next man up. We all know what we're gonna look like when Drake Greenlaw come back, when Christian McCaffrey come back, when we actually can get Ricky Pearsall in the slot. That team should be crazy. It should be pretty much like humming on all cylinders, But again, it's gonna come down to quarterback.
And the thing is, I see y'all really injured because y'all still got the DN hurt. Matthias, what's his name? Matthias, and then you got the wide receiver Juan Jennings. Is Juan Jennings? He hurt too. Juan Jennings, and you got the left guard Aaron Brooks. I mean I'm sorry, Aaron Banks. He hurt. So y'all got a lot of people that's hurt right now. You know what I'm saying?
Purdy is gonna have to get it together because eventually teams are gonna try to they're gonna put 8 people in the box and they're gonna say, okay, San Francisco, y'all can run the football, but is your quarterback good enough to beat us?
Yeah.
Can he make those deep passes? And a lot of people will see this and be like, well, he threw for 4,000 yards last year, like, and he had the most air yards. And when they say air yards, they're talking about how far the ball goes in the air. But realistically, does he have a like let's say a Patrick Mahomes? Does he make plays like that? Like,
Right.
and I say that because it's a contract year for him. They're talking about making him the highest paid quarterback ever. Like, to me, the 49ers need to pay him a deal that was similar to what they did with Jimmy Garoppolo, just make it modern day. Like, where it's some incentive based things because nobody's checking for Purdy outside of San Francisco. He's a system quarterback. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Shanahan refuses to go get a guy that can be the guy, you know?
Yeah. And tonight he was Brock Purdy was 28 for 36 for 319 yards, like you said earlier. Like you said, when it's time to pay that man, who knows what they're gonna do? Because, like you said, he got a team around him.
Yeah, he got a good team around him, and I want to touch on that too because I made a point about what he did last year with area, like as far as because it's all sorts of stupid stats they keep, when they want to try to pump somebody, but a lot of times, man, it's run after catch, and as you know, San Francisco has been for the past 5 years that's a
Mm.
staple of Shanahan's offense. Is they call us the Yak Bros for a reason. Debo, IU, Kittle, and McCaffrey consistently led the league. Like if you look at the top, 15 players, all of those guys are in there. So that means what's happening is essentially Purdy is really majority of his throws are 6, 7 yards, and then these guys are making it happen. So a lot of the numbers can be skewed, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean by that. Like it's
Yeah,
not like he's actually like let's just say like Debo in the game last year against y'all, what he had over 100 some yards receiving, remember? But a lot of those were screen passes, and then like he made a house call out of it. That didn't mean that Purdy was making these great throws. It just mean that Debo was just making it happen after the catch, which is what all the 49er guys do. And I don't want to forget about my man Juwan Jennings, third and Juwan. That's like what we like to say because he's big on third down, so it's no excuse today. They had enough to beat them, even without McCaffrey, even without Hufanga back there in the secondary, even without Greenlaw. They should have beat the Vikings. So
yeah. And
Shanahan, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna win them all, but you should have won the game.
yeah, they got a big. I was watching the red zone,
Mm-hmm.
and Justin Jefferson got, what I'm saying, a big ass pass over the top, man, for a touchdown. I was like, oh God, this shit is crazy right here. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it is what it is, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got work to do. Everybody got work to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's just week one, week two, or whatever, and everybody got to adjust and make, you know what I'm saying? Just do what they got to do and make adjustments and then go from there. But like you said, like games that you supposed to win, you supposed to win. It ain't no excuses.
yeah, man. I think this is like I say, man. You can't leave if you take away, and I know this is woulda, coulda, shoulda, but you take away even if you want to give the Vikings that touchdown where it was a blown coverage, you know, on fourth and one or four, you got to make that play. You know, got to
Hmm.
make that play, man. You got Jordan Mason in the backfield, man. That dude might be a reincarnation of beast mode. You
Right.
could have handed it off to him. You know, Trent Williams, you just got paid a lot of money, bro. You need you gave up a sack today, which is something he didn't really do last year. You know, he was I think like the metrics had him and the guy from the Detroit Lions, the young boy, the young tackle, was by whatever the stats, they were the best tackles in the league last year. Yeah, you got to get in the camp, man. Like a lot of guys, I know you want to get paid and stuff, but once you get paid, then what? How you gonna show up if you're not putting in the work, to make yourself to make yourself um worthy of that big payday. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just watch the sport. I'm not a professional or nothing, but we all done played it. Maybe not at that level, but we still understand. Like and some of the stuff that's simple. It don't take it don't take a rocket science to figure out. Like you can't turn the ball over. You can't make bonehead passes. And like when you're a star in this league, you got to make plays. So
Exactly.
it don't take it don't a regular person can figure that out.
Exactly. And then I see on the other side, they Minnesota didn't have Addison. He been out for
No, they didn't.
he
I
had an
meant to
ankle
say something about
injury.
that. Yeah, they was missing somebody else too. I think defensively. So I mean, it's a wash, man. Cause like I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like this may not be a bad of a loss as what it seemed like what I'm saying because realistically Minnesota ain't bad because if you can remember last year they was on track to make the playoffs. But
Yeah,
remember Jetta got hurt and Kirk Cousins went out. And remember Jefferson had 1,000 yards last year, I think in like 8 games, which was crazy. So yeah, man, like Minnesota ain't a bad team. They right there on the cuff. They probably just need some good quarterback play. And like I don't know, man. If Sam Donald, like, which is crazy because we just had him as a backup. Like, if he can, do some type of resurgence with them and resurrect his career with Minnesota, he can be in line to get paid, and maybe he'll be the Dolphins quarterback next year. Because you don't know what's gonna go on with Tua, So I don't know. And like you said, it's still early. Like about between week 6, 7, and 8, you know what you got. You know what's what.
Yeah, you'll know
And
what
then early,
you'll know what's what later on down the road, few
yeah,
weeks in, see who you got, see how everybody play and make adjustments and stuff like that.
yeah.
It's a
Well,
good thing.
I will say this, and I know you might have something to say about this. Okay, we started off 5-0 last year, then we lost three in the then we lost three in a row. No, we lost four in a row. Went to 5-4, won a couple of games, had a big game against y'all, and the Eagles last year didn't have it play. Then we, of course, so we know the history. We went to the Super Bowl, but now we start off this year 1-1. So I look at it like this: Kansas City, they started off kind of iffy at the beginning of the season. They won the Super Bowl. Maybe that can happen for us.
No, no, no. No, that's real shit because Kansas City be like that every fucking year. They don't fucking
Yeah,
start off good. They always end up doing good at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they do. They do,
And
man.
then, you know what I'm
They
saying?
do.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And then that's how I'm looking at Kansas City. They taking them L's. They doing this and doing that, getting their cornerbacks ready, getting everybody right. And then at the end of the year, they right there and they winning.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
crazy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They figuring things out as they go along throughout the season. And it's the same way that everybody is doing. You doing San
Mhm.
Francisco, the Eagles,
Yep.
everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, don't even worry about the loss that y'all took today. And then we're gonna move forward to the next week and then go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me ask you something. If you had to pick, so who is your front runners in the NFC and the AFC? Who you think who is your Super Bowl contender?
Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say Kansas City over there.
Okay.
And then on our end, it's between the 49ers, the Eagles. On the other side, you still got Baltimore too. So
Yeah.
it's
They
Kansas
lost today
City.
though.
Yeah, they
You know they
lost
took a
today.
loss. Yeah,
Yeah,
they lost today. They
and
started off
then
0-2,
and
but
then, you're right. And then dating back to what I was saying earlier, it takes time throughout. It's a season. It's a marathon.
yeah.
Um, Baltimore, Kansas City, and then you got the Eagles, the 49ers, and then you got Detroit in there. It's somebody I'm missing.
I think
It's somebody
uh
I'm missing.
Green. You talking about Green Bay, but Jordan Love out, so we don't know
Yeah,
what they
Jordan
gonna do.
Love is out.
Mhm.
By the time he get back, they ain't gonna make no noise. If they do
Yeah.
make some noise, then they up there. They up there. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at the scan of the field. I'm looking at the. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Oh, it's a lot of people that's trash.
Yeah.
But
But I'm gonna say no.
yeah,
You go ahead, and then
go
I
ahead.
then I say what I'm gonna say.
You
No, go
good?
ahead.
Now I'm just saying, there's a lot of teams today. I was just looking at it, just scanning everybody on Red Zone,
Mm.
just looking at like, people, these teams ain't that good though. It's a lot of teams that's bad.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you know, go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think it's a lot of parity this year. Like you don't know. Like, of course you got your usual suspects, but every year or every 2 or 3 years, somebody just come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And like, I know you know that when your Eagles won a Super Bowl that year, like. I can remember when we came out of nowhere. I think we was like 4-12 the previous year. Or something. Then we made a run to the Super Bowl the next year. It was 4-12, 6-10, something. It was something bad. And and this year, I think my sleeper team. Um, I don't really. I had to think more about it in the NFC, but definitely in the AFC. I want to say the Chargers.
Okay. I think they
You know
won
why I say the
today.
Chargers? Huh?
I think they won today.
Yeah, but you know why I say the Chargers though, right?
Why you say that?
Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like, and again, I you know me, man. I always go off. I say stuff that a lot of people be like, oh man, I don't agree with that. But then when you go back and look at it later, it may make sense. I think they got arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time. I'm gonna tell you why. Like John, if you look at what Jim Harbaugh or whatever the one that coached the I get them mixed up all the time. The dude, he's a winner, man. Everywhere he goes, you look at when he was at Stanford, right? He had Andrew Luck. That's what started the beef with him and Pete Carroll because he started whooping up on USC when USC was like that. Remember when he
Yeah.
had Andrew Luck? Then he left there, went to the 49ers, took us to 3 straight NFC championship games in the Super Bowl. For some odd reason, we decided to part ways with him. Then the guy goes to Michigan. Michigan was pretty much, they was a doormat. They want the Michigan for the glory days. He takes them last year, and you look at Michigan's team from last year, they just had more physicality than Alabama ended up winning the national title. Now he's with the Chargers, and to me, he's got the same formula that he got when he had like Andrew Luck at Stanford. He got the big 6'4", 6'5" quarterback and Justin Herbert. You know, who's that running back they got now? It ain't Eckler no more. It's the other kid. Isn't it J.K. Dobbins? Is it
It
J.K.
might
Dobbins?
be. I forgot his damn. Oh yeah, I forgot his name.
I forgot, man. I don't want to be wrong
No, you
on your
good.
show.
No, you
Yeah,
good.
like it's somebody like that, but then you look at he got the receivers. He like because Harbaugh is gonna be physical. He's gonna bring physicality. I don't care what you like. I tell people all the time, man. Football is a collision sport. Basketball is a contact sport. So
Hmm.
when you look at it, what Harbaugh brings to the table, man, he's gonna bring a lot of physicality and being out there in the AFC West. If the Chiefs ain't careful, boy, he gonna catch them. He gonna catch them, man. I'm
Hmm.
trying to tell you, man, because the dude is a winner at every level, bro. Every level, he win. He just know how to win. It's not a lot, and I say that because it's not a lot of guys that can go from college and do the same thing they do in college in the NFL, then go back to college. If you look at some of the guys who did, we tried it. Some of the best of them, Nick Saban tried it, failed. You know, Urban Meyer, he tried it, he failed. Who else tried it and failed? like who was it? One of Charlie Weiss. Charlie Weiss. He tried it. He was good in the NFL. He was an offensive coordinator, but he pretty much failed when he was at Notre Dame. So like that's why I said that I'm just speaking about the Chargers. Like
Yeah.
they all right. I think they're gonna be all right. If not, matter of fact, I think they're gonna make the playoffs this year.
They might.
I think
They
they're gonna
might
make the
make it.
playoffs this year. And if they get in the playoffs this year, I wanna hold on, man. I got to know who their running back is. I think J.K. Dobbins for some reason, but I don't think it may not be him. Let me see.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Wait, where you at? Where you at right now? Cause your
yeah,
bandwidth
he is.
low.
J.K. You say what?
I said, where you at right now? Cause your bandwidth low.
My bandwidth low.
It's
Let
like
me
it's
see.
frozen right now. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
I can't see you no more. I see a picture of you, but
oh, for real? Can you see me now?
it's frozen.
Oh man, you frozen too. Uh, hold on. Okay. What about now? You see me now?
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, yeah, we back on line now. Oh, it was J.K. Dobbins too.
It was J.K. Dog.
Yeah, it was J.K. Dobbins. So he their running back. So like if he can stay healthy, man, they got man, bro, with the type of power rushing the time. I know I'll be the first to tell you I don't like Greg Roman, but for some reason when him and Harbaugh get together, man, they make magic happen, bro.
Yeah, them
So
boys pretty good.
yeah, they would.
Yeah, they
But
pretty
yeah, man,
good.
yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully, I ain't mean to get off on that, but hopefully, man, we'll get it together.
Oh no, you good, man. And you know what I'm saying? We definitely we talking about, you know what I'm saying, the games and we always venture off to other stuff, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But tell me how tell me how you met me and man, how everything went, you know what I'm saying? How this thing came together.
Oh, you talking about how we met?
Yeah, I mean you met, man. You know,
Oh yeah,
we
man.
gonna venture
Man,
off.
this man been my brother for about 25 plus years, bro.
Yeah.
East East City. Yeah, we met in East City, and what we was in Walmart. Yeah, look, though, my boy Nate used to get all the love, 'cause, 50 was popping back then. So everybody think my boy.
Come
Yeah,
on, man.
they show my boy all the love. Yeah,
And
they
that,
think Nate in the club every week for real. Yeah, man, but no, all jokes aside, man, you been like a bro, 'cause I only got family, so like been a good brother, good family member for the better part of 25 plus years, man. So like very very cool, down to earth guy, you know, always keep it straight with you, could play basketball too, so
oh,
and he an innovator too, man. So you the whole time you think my boy can't do something, he get it going. Just like this his channel gonna grow real quick. So I mean, knowing what I know about you, I know this gonna blow. Like we're gonna be able to look back on this like 10, 15 years from now, and be like, yo, this was the beginning. This
exactly.
was the beginning how I started. So yeah, man, I'm proud of you. Uh, and it's a pleasure and a privilege to say you my brother. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So yeah,
For sure. And look, I'll be down there, nigga. 4th of July. You already know how it go
yeah,
down.
4th of July, bro. 4th of
and
July.
look, I appreciate you, man, coming on, man, and talking about the team, win or lose, man. It is what it is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Speaking your mind. That's all it's all about right here. This is just speak your mind,
yeah,
man, about your team, you know what I'm saying? Other than going on Facebook and all that, Twitter and all that, and just typing it in, oh,
yeah.
such, we lost because such. Nah, just come on to join and talk.
Yeah,
Spit
you got to be able to
in.
articulate things sometimes. And even though I might have missed some points, but I ain't perfect. But I'm just giving